Hi, I'm Ella and welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted in ages, but I'm trying to get back into it slowly. Obviously someone texted me literally as I'm filming. I'm filming this on my computer very quickly because I just wanted to add a very quick intro to this video. No, I haven't got any makeup on. Yes, I'm in my pyjamas, and yes, my hair's wet. Okay, this was my GCSE projects. I got an A overall, and I think I looked at it the other day and I got 180 or something like... I think it was either 182 or 282 marks. For the first project I got an A, for the second project I got an A star, and for the third project I got an A. So overall I got an A. I was quite happy with that, but I'm sharing this because one, it's something I can look back on then, and I also found looking at other people's sketchbooks somewhat helpful in trying to find ideas for my own, and it kind of sets the standard of what you can and can't do, and what you need and what you don't need, etc, etc. So, without any further ado, let's go into the video. I hope you enjoy it. So, this was the first project we did. It was structures, and for this I did corsets, because obviously corsets is something that has quite a lot of structure to it, so I thought it would be an interesting topic to choose. So, to start off with, some beautiful pencil drawings and stuff like that, which is always very important in a sketchbook for that's moderated through GCSE or A level anyway. I don't know, I'm not further than that to know. Then proving that I've tried out different materials like acrylic paint, printing, and just before oil pastels, because especially when you're just starting off, that's really important to show that you've tried them. But just even in even later sketchbooks, it's really important to show that you've experimented with different materials, and you're not just sticking to, for example, what you know works well for you, or even if you are experimenting with different materials you're used to using, just like in a different way is always really good. So here's some artist pages. Yeah, for some stupid reason I decided to like do designers because I was thinking, hey, I'm doing corsets. Sorry. But then that meant, because they're designers rather than like artists in the sense of pen and paper, which is completely fine, I couldn't exactly steal their techniques and stuff, which was very unhelpful. So think about that. And these are my own photos, so also think about the fact that you're going to need to be able to take photos of what your topic is. So key things to think about when choosing a topic: developmentals, final piece. On the right, the one with the string, that was my final piece. And on to the next project. These projects are actually quite short when you look at it. This was objects. It was quite a really short project. I think it was only about 3 months, so we basically got nothing done. It was everyone hated this. No one saw the point in it. We were just like, why are we doing this? So artist pages, own photos. I did fragile dolls, more in photos, and straight on to final piece and evaluation of final piece. Yay! It was such a bad project. This is the project I'm the most proud of. I think this is the one I got an A star in, and I chose to do mental health because it was like own choice, so you could choose whatever, and I chose mental health because why would I choose anything else? God, like, of course I'm going to choose the most complicated thing out there. So statement of intent, explaining what I want to do in the project and what I want to accomplish through the artwork. These are some studies from the inspirational images, just some random things. More artist pages to kind of give you inspiration and again show that you're experimenting with different materials. Watercolour on the left, and the one I just flipped over was oil paint, I believe. I can't really remember. Again, more artist pages, and it's also a really good way to incorporate materials that you don't necessarily want to use in your project, but just be like, hey, I tried this out. Like watercolour, I hate watercolour, but well, I know that now, but I didn't then. This is again more oil paint, and that's another artist page. Only on the left hand corner is what I did, so you don't actually need to make something huge every single time. So these were my own photos for this project, or some of them, because I did loads of own photos for this project. And I like to kind of cut them up or draw on them, etc., because that brings a few extra marks, and it fitted well with what I was doing. And it shows that you're like trying things out and like kind of editing them and not just taken them as they are necessarily, which is always good. The examiners like to see that experimentation. More drawings from those own photos, and these are some, what's it called? They were just like images I picked out of magazines, but I thought they were really helpful, so I decided to include them. I don't think they really bring many marks as such, but I found them really helpful and in like kind of for what I wanted to do, so I included them anyway. But I'm not sure the teachers were really happy about it, but they didn't tell me off for it, so hey, whatever. More own photos. As you can tell, I had a bit of a thing for them at this point. I was kind of like going for it. Again, just like doing some quick studies, and just drawing over them and whatever else to show I'm trying different things out and I'm just having fun with it, I guess, is what they like to see. Yeah. I'd say that often teachers are always telling us to always keep everything, even if you hate it, and how annoying that is. It is very, very true, and you should always keep your stuff, even if you like. If it's something you don't like, there's a difference between something you don't like and something that completely failed, because I can't go into it now. It'll be a discussion for another day, but if something just you don't like how it turned out, you can always just put it in and say, hey, I'm not happy with this, but explain why you're not happy with it, and then you can show the examiner that you've tried things out and that some things didn't work, because they like to see that as well. So I lost track of where I was at. More artist pages, apparently, because I don't know, I decided I wanted to do loads for some weird, stupid reason. That's another artist page, yeah. Again, just the fact I did it on a glove, different materials. It's interesting, trying things out. Take trip pages to prove that you've seen actual like artist work, I guess. This was a short film I made. It is on this channel, so I'll link it I'll link them because there's multiple of them in the description if you are interested in checking them out. They're not that great, so please don't. But anyway, again, more just quick studies. I think quick studies and showing evidence of planning, and evidence what you've done. You know, it's really important. Always like take photos and just stick them in. And it's the most annoying thing. I absolutely hate doing it, but examiners love to see it. So you know, you gotta do what you have got to do. Again, just messing around with photos. It doesn't all have to be in the sketchbook, is that that's another thing. You can just have stuff out of the sketchbook. This is all out sketchbook stuff. That's also really great. Just some more photos over here. Oh, by the way, thank you to Hannah for being my model and my photographer for this project, because she was very helpful. So I'll link her channel in the description as well. She's got a YouTube channel that's doing much better than mine, but I'll link her in the description if you feel like checking her out. She's a lovely person. And this was the final project. So it was the exam paper. One of the questions was details, and I was pretty set on wanting to do the human body. So I was like, hey, let's just do details of the human body and make that a thing. So artist pages, again, starting off with some pencil studies, because examiners love them for some stupid annoying reason. More pencil studies. Again, the fact that I did something like body painting and then stuck a picture of it showing different materials, which is also really good. More pencil studies. Actually, I think that's probably like a charcoal study, because I really like charcoal. This was like makeup stuff. More makeup stuff. That was a fake heart. Yes, I made it with gelatin before. Literally everyone rushes to the comments like, how did you do that? Oh, that's so weird. It's made out of gelatin. I actually do have a video on how I made it, I'm pretty sure. And I have a video on how to make gelatin. So there's going to be tons of stuff linked in the description. Go check it out, because it's going to be great. That's one of the films I made with all like kind of screenshots and stuff like that. Kind of incorporating the makeup onto then magazine stuff, and then on to a friend of mine, shout out Titana, she's lovely, I love her so much. Again, more pencil studies, examiners love them, so let's just like keep them happy. Then I tried this makeup thing out, it pretty much failed, as you can probably tell, it was horrible. I made some more fake hearts, because why not, and then decided to put them on a hanger, because, you know, totally normal, standard thing to do. And there was the planning for my final piece, to kind of be like, hey, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I did, and this is what I think of it. Evaluating, planning, annotating, saying what you think is all very important. So, yeah,